All
Okay,
right.
back on the phone.
Thank you. Is it a
My
hassle
pleasure.
to use the phone?
What's that?
Is it a hassle to use the phone?
Yeah, cause yeah, it'd be a lot easier if I could just use the. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'd like to get the laptop working instead. I'll just keep working on it while we're playing.
Okay.
I'm sure that there will be times when my character is not involved.
Well, I am trying to see if I edit this. Oh, I forgot how to put it in a different area. That's right. Let's let's just get going. So, when last we met, we had essentially scourged the not scourged, completely looted as best we could Mara's little arcanist lair. And if I recall correctly, we'd actually managed to make our way out of the lair with all of the goods and the bodies of three other worm-eaten
Not quite,
adventurers.
not quite
We
all the
heard them
goods
already.
because Jen stashed a bunch of stuff.
This is
Or
true.
anything in the backpacks, any gold is all stashed in the secret room that we have no knowledge of.
Ah,
Yeah. And we burned the bodies.
and the bodies. Yeah, you did make it out with the bodies, and you burned the bodies in a pyre. And
Yep.
one of the bodies, which was fairly well decomposed, with well digested rather, had a strange dagger stuck to it that would not come off
Even in death.
even in death. And you had been sent to this ruins. It's primarily to check in and see what the strange woman and her traveling companions was up to, and to see if she was indeed going to recover items. And there was a secondary request that you recover, if possible, a strange looking dagger
Yep. Without touching it.
without touching it. You were cautioned very strongly not to touch the dagger. So, burn the bodies. The bodies, do as burned bodies do. They kind of turned to ash, and the dagger eventually came free of its prior owner and is sitting pristinely unharmed in the ash. And I
Yep.
don't recall, did one of you pick it up?
Yeah. We wrapped a shirt around it and bound it up so that it wouldn't fall out.
Right. And I think that's sort of where we left it. I think the three of you were sort of burning bodies and collecting items and preparing to head back south towards the keep, potentially to collect some the rest of your payment for spying on someone.
Yes, it
Yep.
was a very generous reward, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. And an undisclosed sum for the return of the dagger.
Correct.
Yes. So I think it was 250 to see that the woman got there, and then an a very large undisclosed sum for the dagger. But this is good because I am still broke because although we retrieved lots of goodies from the corpses, there was no cash on them. Hmm.
Yeah, strange that. Okay, so
Yes.
I was able to put together a rough map. I think this should be fairly close to accurate. There are some areas, if you look in images, there should be a Womford Keep in Holmgren. And if,
Womford Keep and Hoover. Yep.
yes, and you'll see an overland map that hopefully puts some of this in perspective. So you're currently up near the top right of the map. That's Womford. That's
Sorry,
the
I'm grabbing it still.
Okay.
Oh wow, it's super close to the volcano. Okay, I was aware it was close, but not that close.
It's actually almost it should be the same hex. If the hex is 6 miles, it was within like a mile of the volcano. But
We could say the volcanoes on the far southwest, and Mumford's, whatever. Yeah, very
I'm
close.
kind of annoyed that we didn't get another boat to go up to Womford now. Now I see this map. Would have probably been better than taking the road. But then I guess we need someone to man it. We saw how that went.
mm-hmm.
I don't like water.
With there being mysterious krakens in the water, it's probably for the best we didn't.
Yep. Now you should consider that most of the forest, the very thick forest in places to the west. This is your version of some crude maps and crude mapping that you've pieced together with maps. So there may be changes to that west. You may not have an perfectly accurate representation, but at least the center there, the north-south road and the river, that should be pretty accurate.
And the greylands and the swamps, what do we believe is out that way?
That's what's considered the borderlands. To the east of that is another province. It's known to be fairly wild, very dangerous. This keep acts as a stand guard against encroachment from things coming from that wild province to this province here, which includes Womford, Holmgren, a couple of other cities, the forest. So everything to the east would be could be considered largely unexplored, or at least inhabited by wild things. So there's not going to be a lot of civilized spots in there.
Where's that space that we all come out of?
What do you mean?
You said that none of us has a memory of
Oh,
more than
it
a
is.
year ago.
Yeah, this is a fairly zoomed in map. This is
Okay.
each of those hexes is about 6 miles. So
Uh-huh.
that void, as it's called, is very
Yeah.
far to the north from here.
Oh, okay.
It's weeks and weeks of journey.
Gotcha.
I may have. Give me a moment. I may have loaded a very. Yeah, give me 1 second. I may have a more continental type map.
Gotcha.
That's hand drawn on paper. Let's see. I believe. Nope, not that. That's too detailed. Nope, not that. Well, why don't you guys discuss what you're thinking, and while I try to load up that higher level map.
Well, I think we want to begin our trip back to the east.
Agreed.
It's just very odd that your companions had no money.
I didn't say they had no money.
Well, didn't find any money on them.
Well, yes, of course you didn't. They don't carry tons of money around with them.
I've never known any adventurer who doesn't keep coinage on them. But it's neither here nor there. We've accomplished our task.
At least we will have accomplished it once we get this knife back to where it belongs. So.
Yes.
Who's
Okay.
carrying the knife, by the way?
So how
Take
would
it easy.
how
My bad.
how
I have it.
You have it. Okay, cool.
can why are you so concerned about their money?
God, it just was a curiosity.
Oh, okay. Um, so in trying to remember what is stashed in that room, is it all just personal stuff?
It's all the backpacks and stuff.
Right. But is that all just personal stuff and cash? Or are there things that, like the jewel that got sold, right? The jewel from the captain?
I don't
Yes.
know.
Yep.
Okay.
That was sold by the former half orc.
So there's nothing adventure related in the backpacks, just personal gear and cash.
Let me just check what was on. I'm pretty sure I went over what was in there last time. I don't think there's anything too
And why
valuable besides his
sorry.
cash.
Yeah.
And why are we saying that there's no money? Because there's clearly a ton of money.
Well, no,
That-
because we're saying all the money was in their bags because it was such a huge amount. It's not practical that it would have been in a pouch or anything. Yeah.
Right.
That's all. Just messing with you, Jen.
Oh, okay. Because I'm
So
like, wait a
the
minute. We were gonna
only
like
va-
load up the
sem-
cash and take it someplace in order to put it in a bank, right?
Well, that's up to you. You're the only person who knows anything about it.
Okay. Well, that's my intent, Mark.
Okay.
Take the cash, load it up, put it in a bank, or and convert some of it to jewels that can be carried.
Yeah, the only item that's of any real value besides cash on Thrax's backpack is a potion of cure serious wounds. And the rest is all general adventuring junk.
Yep.
If you were to open a map called Hand Drawn,
I'm sorry, guys.
Wow, that's a very special map. I like that map.
well,
You use your best crayons.
yeah, actually, close. There was colored pencil, but yeah. If you'll notice, there's there were actually supposed to be three large mountains next to that red symbol, which was representing a town, and
I see the rift way up.
yeah,
in
the
north.
rift was way up and to the right.
Okay, so red dots represent towns. So.
In this map, yeah, they're representing keeps or castles or something of something significant. So things have shifted a little bit. The scale's not exactly the same on the map. The hex map is this map, but roughly speaking, things are in the same orientation. So there is that big body of water.
Okay, so Womford is kind of where that red splotch with a bunch of black to the right of it is.
Yep, exactly. One of those black splotches was supposed to be the volcano. It was supposed to have two sisters, and we've ended up just leaving it as a single volcano.
Okay, cool.
And that river runs south, and right around where it joins the river coming from the inland lake, there would be that would be Holmgren.
Yep.
And then about a little more, almost halfway between them, would be the keep. And then what you're not seeing on this hand-drawn map, which is more detailed in the hex map, is the area by the keep that's bordered by the mountain ranges is the borderlands.
Cool.
And then
Oh, good.
Yep, and you don't see it too. There's a sea. There is a sea a bit farther to the east. This map cut off, but there's well, when you get that far, we'll talk more about the detail there. But you would know there's at least a sea to the east.
All right, I am very sorry, but I missed most of that.
That's okay.
Um,
I'm just sharing them. I think I've shared this map with you. If you look at a map called hand drawn.
yeah, I got that part.
Yep.
So, just orient me here. Is it in the same exact orientation as the Wamford Keep in Holmgren?
Yes. So
Okay.
as you look at Wamford Keep and Holmgren, that area roughly covers from the center right of this map. So that inland lake
Mm-hmm.
with an island in the center on this map. There's the three peaks and the red mark.
The red spot.
That's
Is that a volcano?
Wamford. Yep.
Okay,
And
cool.
then down.
I got it.
Yep. And then down closer to where the river, the two rivers meet below the lake, would be
Mhm.
Holmgren.
Thank you very much,
Mhm.
and thank you for the map that you made. I did
Yeah.
not make that map. Mark made that the Holmgren and Keep or Wamford Keep and Holmgren map.
The gridded one. Or
Yeah, the hex map. It was awesome. I'm sure he's like, damn, Jen, you're always asking me for stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you caught the road and the river and that area immediately surrounding it is fairly accurate. Should be static. You shouldn't expect that to change. The same with the keep and the immediate area around the keep. The fact that it's bordered by two ranges of mountains and
Okay.
Everything
With
to
the
the east.
swamp in between.
Yeah, and everything to the east of the keep is essentially badlands and is roughly wild.
Okay.
There's not a lot of towns and such to the right of that. The forest to the left is more of a rough draft. So your
Okay.
knowledge of that area and your detailed maps of that area are fairly rough at this point. So,
Okay.
but you do know there's a great forest to the west, and then a big lake in the middle of that forest. Cool.
Yep.
Are there stories about that forest?
Oh, plenty if you'll care to listen to the locals.
Awesome.
Some say the forests are haunted.
All forests are haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so you're back up in Wamford.
Yep.
It would be in your best interest probably to move south to the keep.
Yep.
Collect some reward.
Yep. Find a
Take
snowy
your
one.
cash with us.
Yeah, did you sort out your cash problems?
Yeah, we're gonna take a bunch of the cash with us, and I'm gonna try and deposit it into a bank.
There is a bank at the keep.
That's lucky.
So you're going to show us the secret room, or you're going to sneak off and try and move thousands
No,
of gold?
I'm gonna end up showing you guys the secret room. Can we hand wave that, or do we have to actually show it, Mark?
No, that's fine.
I'm happy to hand wave it if you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
sure.
explain to us that you're taking your friend's cash and doing whatever it is you're doing.
Yes, yes.
Since we burnt the bodies of your friends.
Yeah. So, Mark, I would like to, while we're out and about, attempt to find next of kin for these guys.
Okay.
I'm hoping at least the paladin will help me convince the others to go along with this, because that's the right thing to do.
Depends how much you know about them, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it is an honorable thing to do. You give them their money.
Yeah, give the
Honorable,
family
but
the money. Yeah.
possibly impractical.
Yeah.
It might be impractical, but it is the right thing to do.
It is, but keep in mind you would know, generally speaking, that there are many people who sort of called the Void Walkers, as they're sometimes called, that are people that bear marks and have
They don't have,
shares. What's that?
they probably don't have a family.
Probably
Right.
don't, and none of them are really known to have them. They're all known to be sort of strangers even unto themselves because of their.
And would we have seen these void marks on the bodies when we burned?
Yeah, at some point you would have
Oh.
probably, especially if you took their gear off and such before you put their bodies on
Yeah.
the pyre.
Which
So we know
did.
they're all void walkers.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just like you are. So it's fairly well known that you're all sort of, like I said, individuals, strangers.
Well, in that case, I will probably then offer a portion of it to my comrades if they can get it safely to the keep and the bank.
I
Of
think
course.
we should be able to escort you back. We're heading that way. We'll be happy for you to come along.
Great.
And then you can maybe meet our employer, who you seem so interested in.
I'm very keen to meet him.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll set off.
All right. Let me check a few things.
Let's hope that's not the number of purple worms we meet on the road.
Hope low is good. I hope low is
Hey, so
good.
while we're heading
Otherwise, this is going to be a bloody attrition.
Yeah, this was okay.
So while we're headed toward the keep, can I play Bard as best I can and regale my new comrades of the glories of the last, what is it, couple of weeks maybe at the most,
Sure.
week and a half, so that they're all filled in. But then, I'm going to make my comrades out to be heroes, and at the same time give them a warning about trying to attack creatures that are far above their level, beyond their ability.
I don't know what you're talking about. That worm thing? Foul beast.
Yes.
Foul to the smell, for sure.
Certainly not something I care to encounter on the road.
Yes.
Yeah, bear with me 1 second.
I'm going to go into some really particular descriptions of Mara spider and the creatures that came out of the volcano,
Yes,
and having been
you are now
trapped in the
the
blue
only
light.
Yep. Bear witness.
We're going to have lots and lots of time for me to tell them everything.
Also, when we next stop on the road, I'm going to be looking out for another rock to make another static rune. So
That's
before,
fantastic.
if I don't use all my runes before I go to sleep, I've got another static rune to make.
Wonderful. I'd also like to recommend to my comrades that we put particular effort into finding and maintaining mammals, as well as I would be plenty happy to know if they know of anyone who trains ferrets.
Well, the keep maybe, I don't know of such things. It's probably some kind of animal person, pet, whatever, in the keep.
Oh, like an animal trainer? Is that what you're
Yeah.
suggesting?
Yeah, or some kind of person who has, sells off, pets, animals of some kind. That would be who I would think to ask. My only question, is if we find a ferret, how are you gonna? How you gonna keep it with you?
Well, that's why I need a trained one.
See,
A
then you definitely.
trained ferret.
I see. I see.
Used to have an uncle who kept ferrets.
Probably a mated pair. I'd settle for mink.
Very good for rabbiting.
Yeah, the ferrets, right? Because mink are better for
Yeah.
muskrat. And...
We had a mink farm in the area as well. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Where I was growing up.
Yeah, bear with me a second. Oh. Oh, it's just in the top level folder. And campaign. Please put it there. Please put it there. Please put it there. No, we didn't put it there. Where did we put it?
Ooh, we just lost Jen.
So let me know if we pass an overnight, and then I'll let you know what the new static rune is. But if we are still traveling in the same day, then don't worry.
And how am I getting injected into the team?
You are back at the keep. So it looks like they have been waylaid on the, or have encountered something on the road, which we need to resolve here in a second. If I am able to
Okay.
get the...
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Can you hear me well?
Yep.
Did I hear a whoop whoop?
Mm-hmm.
I am getting a slight echo back through Ugrex's speakers when some people speak though.
Still get it?
Well, someone else needs to talk so I can hear it. Jen, you're usually quiet.
I can talk my butt off. Do you need me to talk some more?
It's very faint now. It's not too bad.
Okay. It looked like something was about to come out on the road, and then it decided against it, hearing the bardic interpretations, or impersonations rather, warning of the great heroes walking down the road. So you make it back to the keep. And we do have a map of that if it matters, but...
Okay, just to give you a heads up on what I created on the road, one more static rune, very similar to the lure one, but that activates redirect when I throw the rock.
Okay, is it the chained rune though? It's got 3 runes in it? Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So I will have done it just before sleeping on one of the nights on the road.
Okay, there is, for what it's worth, a map called Keep ISO,
Yep. I see that.
which I think is a rather nice...
Pretty map.
Yeah. And I need to pull up the PDF of the contents. Give me a second. So as you recall, you'll be greeted at the gate,
Ye-
which is shown here obviously at the bottom. They'll ask you your business, and I'm assuming you'll just say you're returning with some.
Yep, we're returning from a job that we were sent to do. We need to meet our employer at the tavern.
Also, look
yeah.
at your bank.
So you're doing official business here. Well, if you're going to stay more than a day, you know you have to pay a tax, right? You have to pay your daily business duty.
Mm.
All merchants have to pay at the Merchant Guild.
We're
I'm
not
an
merchants,
adventurer.
so.
But you
Excuse
just
me,
you just said you're doing business here, yeah?
not trading business. We were asked to scout out the road to check for safety, and we're just returning back with a report.
So you're a service business. All the same, doesn't matter. You're still a merchant.
Bureaucracy.
I tried to convince him otherwise.
What would not be a merchant?
Oh, someone who's just passing through, doesn't have business here within the keep walls. You know, the keep provides a service, right? It keeps this area safe, and that
Well,
means upkeep.
And how much is the charge?
10 gold per day. Per person.
We need to be in and out, then in the stay.
Yes, if we don't stay the day, then we don't need to pay, yes?
If you're in and out in
Leave
less than 8 hours, yes.
That's my intent, huh?
All right. So when you come in, there'll be a stables. If you had horses, you would stable them there along the left-hand side of this map. There are a number of houses, private houses, and then at the end of the street, right about halfway up on the left side, that pink house, that is the tavern.
And it was in the tavern that we were hired, I think, no?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And he said he would be there when we got back.
Correct. I think he said something like he would find you or see you.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I asked him how would he find us, and he said just come here.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's just a beeline to the tavern. I can't really afford to be anywhere else except there for now.
Yes. I'm hanging for the tavern to cuddle us up.
All right. You'll notice when you enter the tavern that one of the patrons of the tavern will be a tall half-orc, dressed very robustly in heavy armor. In fact, what kind of armor does he have on?
Cue Boss Dad.
Yes, and he will be seated with the gentleman who gave you the offer of finding the dagger and following Mara. And they will seem like they are discussing something.
Oh, just for reference, because I know it was important to at least one person in the keep previously.
Mm-hmm.
I have taken and I'm wearing the deep blue sapphire pendant that the half-orc got.
That's true. And I believe
Or
you found one.
And a strange brooch that's on my cloak that was also from the
Right.
half-orc.
Right.
Just if it's relevant for anything else, just so you know it's there.
Sure. So you're proudly wearing those items.
Yes.
Yes, because you're a flamboyant elf.
I have nothing to hide, my friend, huh? Nothing to hide.
Okay. Well, as you approach the gentleman you recognize, who's currently speaking to... Now, how do you pronounce it? Johnzun? Johnzun?
John Zune, yes.
John Zune. Now, just to give you some background, I think if you recall from last week, essentially the three of you were in town sort of looking for work, having made your way south, picking up odd jobs here and there, and you had heard that this was a good place to find better paying, more challenging work. So this is sort of a step up in your career to be hiring yourself out as sellswords in this town. So, and the man will be discussing with you, or I've just started discussing with you, saying that he has a job for you, and he has recently come into a ownership of a place someday, a couple days journey from here, and he is needing adventurers, or rather armed soldiers to help him reclaim the place because it's been inhabited by it's rumored to be haunted, and he can confirm that there are signs of activity around the place, but he needs someone who is able to go and cleanse the place. So as he's starting to tell this story to you, he looks up and he sees the other three characters coming in, and he'll say, I see them here now. There they are. So, and he'll motion the three of you over to the table. Jen, are you still here?
I am.
Okay. And just so we're clear, there three are heading to the tavern first, right? Before you do anything else?
I guess I probably would have wanted to go to the bank first.
Okay. Well, I think you're fine if you go to the bank after getting the goods here, because you're here to claim some of the money. So, actually you aren't. The other two. Yeah, she's not part of the deal. Anyways,
that's right.
So you'll see the gentleman you had spoken to before. He was sort of leaning in, talking to this half orc fighter, and he'll look up and he'll recognize you, and he'll say, there they are. And he'll motion you towards the table, and he'll sort of point to his seat.
Greetings once again. We've come back. We have news of the woman that you asked us to watch out for. She returned home, but then there were some unfortunate occurrences, which we have a witness here who can explain exactly what happened. As for your knife, we retrieved it, but we understand that it is a most dangerous item from what we understand. What was the exact reward? Because we would hate it to fall into the wrong hands.
Well, can you show me the knife first? I must be sure that you have the correct one.
After we know what it's worth.
It's
I
the
see.
correct one.
Uh-huh. Were you able to read any of the inscription on it?
Was I able to read any of the inscription on it?
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
don't remember.
No.
No.
No, you and Arissa attempted, and it's really beyond your current
It wasn't
knowledge.
anything that I recognize.
All right. Well, it's worth 600 to me. 600 gold. If you've brought it intact and you have not touched it in any way.
I assure you, we have not touched it.
Yeah, about that.
What about it?
Well, nice to meet you, by the way.
Yes, you too.
Yes.
And I assume you are a friend of the woman who went north. The
woman.
wizard. Yes, the wizard. You might know her
Mara?
as Mara. Yes, Mara.
Yes, you could say that I'm a friend of Mara.
Yes.
You could also say that Mara did not have the opportunity to warn us of the dagger.
Oh, I see. That's unfortunate.
It is. 3 of my comrades lost their lives.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. How did they lose their lives?
The dagger was thirsty.
Ah, I see. Then I am fairly sure you have the right dagger.
And as you can understand, 600 gold pieces for the lives of 3 people is a very low price indeed.
Oh, that's quite a sum. I know. What are you thinking it's worth? How would you know what it's worth?
Well, when you've caused the deaths, well, the night this dagger has caused the deaths of these 3 people, I think at least 300 per head for the 3. No,
Oh, my friend. Why don't you give me a charisma check?
that's very fortunate.
Yes.
Dropped it in the tower.
So 900, huh? Well, that's quite a bit more than I really. It doesn't. It kind of cuts my margin down quite a bit. Can you at least show it to me so that I can be 100% certain you have the dagger?
I nod towards Sorek.
And I will dig it out of my pack while giving the stink eye at the half orc.
Oh, that's right.
And I will carefully un it so that he can see it.
Okay. And you see his eyes sort of light up the moment he sees it. He says, "Oh, yes. That's it. I forgot how beautiful it was." Very well.
I think
900 plus the other 250, I believe. Oh,
that is correct.
did you tell him what happened to Mara? I think you were a little vague there.
I asked you introduced Arista to imply
Yep.
she would give the more
She
complete
knows.
telling.
Right. So I
As a
assume
witness.
right. And Arista, what just in general, what are you going to tell him?
Well, I'd like to know who he is.
Who are you asking him directly? Jen? Uh-oh. Did we lose
Can
her?
you not hear me?
No, I can hear you now.
Who are you and what is your interest in her?
Well, I'm no one of any importance. I just happen to have connections. I know people. I happen to have a good eye for valuable items. And there are people I know that would be very interested in hearing anything that you had to say about the woman you call Mara.
Anyone in her order?
I do not know to what order these people belong. I just know that particular information about her and her companions and what she's been up to would be somewhat valuable to others. And that is why I paid these gentlemen here to follow her.
Would it be possible to meet these people?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I'd be put out of business if I put you straight through to my connections.
I am not trying to undercut your business. I'm a friend of the woman's.
I see. Well, as I said, I'm afraid I can't disclose my other clients. You know, you understand discretion is sometimes necessary in these sorts of things, right? I'm sure you seem like a bright woman. You would understand that.
I need a moment to confer with my comrades.
Okay. And so just at this moment, he's withholding the rest of the payment because he's trying to get the details, what he paid for.
Right, I understand that. And I'm trying to decide whose side he's on here. Is he looking for Mara because he wants to do her harm? Or is he looking for Mara because he wants to help her? Do I trust him?
That is probably something you're going to have to ask your character.
Yes, that's why I want to talk to the other guys.
Okay. We'll talk amongst yourselves.
Well, he seems like a reasonable fellow. He's willing to pay his debts, and I don't see how the information that we can give him can help nor harm Mara. It's not like we know where she's gone or what's happened to her. And if her sister meant her trouble, I don't see how this guy can be putting her in much of a worse position. Let's put it like that.
And he already knew where to find her home, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he directed it straight there. So if he meant her harm, he could have sent someone on ahead to lay traps or wait in ambush or any number of nefarious things.
And,
How do you guys
to
feel?
I'm sorry, just to clarify that too. He really didn't have he wasn't super specific. It's not like he said go to this house, on this street. He basically had told them just to follow her north, and he knew that she was headed towards Wolmford.
All right, sorry,
But
I
he
thought
didn't.
Gave us.
No, that's okay. No, because at some point it was a little bit of a tracking because you were following their steps in the ash
I
snow.
remember it now. Yeah.
Yeah. And all he really wanted is to report on what she was doing, to observe and report, as it were.
Yes, and if he'd meant her harm, I'm sure he would have sent someone to do worse to her than just observe and report.
I'm afraid we just gave a cursed dagger to the wrong guy.
Is there a right guy to give a cursed dagger to?
Well, if Mara had it hidden in that room, then she was trying to hide it from someone, no?
Or everyone?
We don't know.
It could be just there for safety. It seems like a very dangerous artifact. And if it's going to be discoverable by you and your fellows, it would be discoverable by anyone else who comes across that room. So I think it's at least best to be in the hands of someone who knows how dangerous it is than some unsuspecting soul who comes across it. So getting it out of there is probably a good thing to do.
And I really don't want to have it near me any longer than I have to.
Now, mind you, it wasn't discoverable. It was behind lock and key.
You discovered it, no? And if you did, then I'm sure another band who passed through the village and discovered this underground chamber could also have discovered it and fallen across the same dangers as your colleagues. Huh?
Not without the key.
Yeah, that is a point. She did. Without that key, you wouldn't have found it. And
Yeah,
Mara
well, I
explicitly.
don't know where the key came from.
Oh, that's
so.
right. So you didn't witness that, but arrested.
Yeah, we don't know.
She seemed to, before she took out her
Wouldn't
sister.
that have been among all of the stories that I told them?
Yeah, I mean, you could have shared that information with them at some point. But the
So
point
Mara,
remains.
I don't really recall. Did Mara give you the key, or did we find it in her study, or where did the key
She
come from?
tossed it to me as she was taken away.
Right.
She was not taken away, just to clarify that too.
No, she tackled her sister.
Yes. That seemed more like she was trying to save you from her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, as she began to run, she developed those sort of spider-like. Yeah.
Her own spidery arms.
And she essentially ran and grabbed her sister, and they both and as she grasped her, she flung both of them through that portal.
Yep.
All right, so here's what I think I'm willing to tell the guy. We can tell him that. What is it exactly that he wants to know?
You can tell him that she left through a portal. The rest
Yeah.
of the details is up to you. But,
Right. So what exactly is it that he's looking for? What information does he want?
He wanted to know whether she arrived safely at home, and I can say I did not meet her, but I have a witness to say she went through a magical portal. For me, that is enough. And that you don't know where the portal goes, that's just being entirely honest.
Which, yeah, I would agree to.
whether he can use that information that a wizard managed to go through a magical portal. Okay, that doesn't give him much more information than anything else. So.
Bah, fairy tales, wizards' portals, cursed daggers. I'm kidding.
Now, before we go back to the guy, I do want to try. I want to talk to you guys about the possibility of following this man if we can, to see if we can find out, is he on Mara's side or her sister's side or something else in between.
Well, at the moment, you're sitting at a table with a half orc you've barely met. And
Well, at the moment, we're off to the side having a conversation
okay,
privately.
so
heading
you've
back
left
to
the table
with
and
that we've just met
I'm
and
so-
this guy.
sorry, you've left the table to have this conversation.
Yes, so that they could not hear us.
Okay.
It's a private conversation. I'm sorry, did I not make that clear?
Yeah, for me, that was the impression I was under, because
Okay.
I wouldn't be saying, look, you can tell him this or you can't tell him that, if by saying it he could overhear. Otherwise, it would be counterintuitive.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, okay. So I think we're settled on what we can tell him. As for following him, let's see how the things go after he gets the information and the knife that he wants.
I think we want our money.
I definitely want my money.
So while they're off to the side, I gotta ask the guy. This is the group you want me to go clear a place with?
Well, yes, you can see clearly they're very well tightly knit, and they seem to know what they're doing. And you can see they brought back a very dangerous item without any issue. So my sense is that these three would be very well suited for you to join up with to accomplish this job.
All right, I'm gonna need more beer.
Ah, yes, of course. The lubricant of commerce.
I'm gonna go get six pints then.
Oh, please sit down. I know the innkeeper personally. It's the beer's on me. Motion waitress over, and you'll have a couple more pints of beer immediately brought to your table.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I think we're done with our discussion. And well, I'm done with it. I've not got anything else to add other than I just want to conclude this business and then see what happens afterwards and play it by ear.
Jen?
Eventually see if I can
I'm
locate
here.
some.
Am I supposed to be doing something?
Well, are you any more?
Joining them at the table? Absolutely.
Come drink.
I'll pick up a pint, stare at the half orc.
Please, my friend, have another.
I'll take a drink.
Take
So,
a
my friend, please share the details with him so that we can conclude this business.
Oh, about the job? Is that what you're asking?
Let's
Oh,
get
Mark.
past
No, I'm asking
let's get
Arista
past this so we
to
can-
oh.
we have
share
another
the
adventure
information.
waiting.
Yes, Mara.
Jen?
I'm sorry. I must be having trouble hearing what you guys are asking of me.
We're asking you to tell the tale to him so we can conclude the business.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So you're gonna tell him about the portal event?
I think I'm getting a lot of background too. Sorry, guys. A lot of background noise.
Okay, but are you gonna tell him about the portal event?
Yeah. So, I'll tell them about the portal. I won't tell them necessarily that I know who it was that she went after. And unless he asks, I'm not telling him about the collared creatures.
Okay. He will ask you if you happen to come across anything while you were there with her, across any items of interest. Surely you must have found something if you came across this dagger. You must have found other things. Perhaps
Well,
any books.
well, of course we came across some other things. We went into her home to get some healing potions.
Oh, I see.
That's why she had taken us there. They were used.
Okay. So he'll take the dagger and he'll pay for that. So we can add that to the party.
Woo woo.
Cheers. Raise your glasses. Drink more beer.
Not
Smear,
quite to the
smear,
part.
drink the beer.
Not quite to the party because that we will split just between the three of us. So.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my orc friend to be. So how much was it? That was.
Well,
Well,
I
it'd be
believe
300 each if we're
Yep.
giving Arista.
300 each for the dagger, and then it was 250 each for the two of us. For so that's another 500. So that's 1400 divided by 3.
Wow. Our 500s between you and I.
Well, that's true. Yes. So 300 for Arista, and then 550.
750.
I was going to say
Because it was
5.
250 and 250. Because he
No,
gave us 250 at the beginning and then 250 at the end.
He didn't give us. Oh, yeah, he didn't give us anything at the start. Huh?
I thought you gave us half.
yeah,
No,
he
no.
did give you half to get started.
Oh, right. I didn't put that on my coin then.
It's okay. So if you guys both want to add the 500 for the job,
Yep.
and then add 300, and Arista can add her 300 for the sale of the dagger, which he will quickly pocket and put into a leather satchel and put behind him, much like he guards it like guarding a purse or some other valuable bag. And then he will turn back to you and say, my friends, this is Johnson. And
Pleased to meet you, Orc.
And I have asked him to help me in another task. I have come across some real estate property that has been willed to me, but it is currently in ruins and inhabited by what I believe to be haunted beings. There may be other creatures nearby. I sent a preliminary a party to scout the place, and they returned half out of their mind out of fear and claimed that there were wild creatures around the place. So with that in mind, you immediately came to mind, and I noticed Johnson had recently arrived in town, so I decided that perhaps the 3, now 4 of you could help me clear the place so that I might begin repairs.
What type of place exactly, and what type of creatures exactly are we talking about here?
The party or the surveyor, that's the word I was thinking of. The surveyor that I had sent out returned claiming he saw ghosts.
This sounds like fun.
Yes. And ghost, and perhaps there were other traces of animal scat, not ghost, that he couldn't quite. Animals scat and other tracks of some wild animals, and he heard eerie sounds as he approached, and so, being a surveyor and not a mercenary or fighter of any sort, he decided it was too dangerous for him, and he returned.
And the type of building?
Oh, it's a temple with some surrounding support buildings.
Do you know to whom the temple is erected?
Not really. I have been given little information about it other than its location and a deed title to the land and the lands immediately surrounding it and all the structures. The structures, I believe, are fairly decayed, but that is not a large issue. I'm more interested in the improved land.
So you just want us to secure the location.
Yes. Drive
There's
out
nothing
any.
to bring back.
Nope.
There's no one to rescue. There is just clear up any disturbing creatures that might be blocking development.
Correct.
This sounds like easy money.
And easy money. How much money are we talking about here?
If you can clear the land out, I'll give you 200 gold each. And bring
We get to
back.
keep what we kill?
Oh, of course. I'm not interested in anything but the lands, the cleared lands is what I'm interested in.
And how far from here is it? And what direction?
Well, by horse it would be a day and a half walk, but without horse, it'll be 3 or 4 days through some dangerous terrain.
And which direction would we be traveling?
To the east. And if you want to refer back to that other map, the hex
so into
map.
the Badlands.
Yes.
I'm game.
Yeah, but 200 to risk our necks on this?
It's a good deed to do.
And we get to keep what we kill.
Exactly.
Come on, my little dwarf friend.
You get to keep what you kill. You want to keep a ghost.
I want to kill some animals, kill some beasts, have some pelts.
Orcs.
Such
Okay.
beasts themselves.
Ghost.
So, Arista, do you think you will join us on this journey to rid this place of evil? Or supposed evil?
Yes, as soon as I can get my microphone to work. Yes.
I'm what? Eradication of evil is what I live for.
Well, if you say that this is
Here.
1.5 days by horse, I will certainly need a horse. Do you know anywhere around here where we can buy one from a trusted dealer and make sure that we're not ripped off?
Well, of course. I'm sure you saw the stables as you come in to the keep. There's a stable master. He may perhaps rent you some horses.
Do you have a name that I could perhaps drop? And I'm quite happy to tell him that you sent us his way.
That is a very good question. Give me a second. We'll go with Ragnus.
Thank you, Ragnus. Okay, so I think if we can conclude our business, we will be on our way. Do you have a map or anything to find this temple?
Yeah, so if you look at the hex map again, what's it called? I think it's like Holmgren.
Wolf
Womford Holmgren Keep. Yep. So if you look at the keep, if you go southeast from there, across some kind of scrub brush and some sort of bad rocky soil plain.
It's the kind of temple-shaped icon.
No, actually, that's not up to the south, to the northeast. It's down in the southeast. It's more like a ruins.
Right the kind of black.
Black and the
splotch.
yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using a new hex tool, and I'm not fond of all their shapes, but most of them make sense.
Okay.
And that's their shape for ruins. So you can see it. It's quite a few miles.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
about
be
a day and a half journey.
Yep. If you're on horse, there's no mountainous areas. It's mostly just scrub and some rock.
So, are we gonna group with this orc?
Much as it's not my usual traveling companion of choice, if we've been hired to work with him, we should at least work with him.
I will need a lot to drink to get through this.
We'll grab a couple water skins and fill it with beer.
I'm sure your shared like of ale will see you through. And then I laugh in a elvish, annoying way.
I'm starting to get anxious.
All
about
elvish
the
things.
bank.
Annoying. Anyhow, I wish to see if I can find the local blacksmith and maybe see if there's some armor to purchase.
Okay, I need to go to the local Fletcher, see if I can get. First I will negotiate some horses, and then I will see if I can get some more arrows, because I have a feeling, tapping my quiver, that this won't be enough. But my horse can hold more if I get one. Do you want to meet back at the stables? So I will go to the
Yeah.
Fletchers, I will negotiate the horses, and then I will meet you all at the stables. So.
We can meet there.
Yep. And
Johnson, pleased to meet you. I'm Varitan, and I'm sure you now know my colleagues Sorek and Arista.
It's a pleasure. I'm Johnson.
It's not a pleasure, but yeah.
I love dwarfs. You little guys are awesome.
You orc half-breeds are disgusting.
No.
Wait till we bathe.
You bathe? Doesn't smell like it.
I use dwarves.
All that hair helps to get the dirt off, huh?
You use.
Never mind, Arista. You don't want to know. He's such a crude beast. I expect better from an elf, but again, elves.
So, Ragnus, I guess we can meet you here when we're done, right?
Yes.
Stables?
Okay.
I don't care where we meet. You tell me. I will be there.
We will return here once we're done.
Good.
Okay.
I can get something to drink.
So I'm going to head off to buy some arrows and then head off to the stables to negotiate some horses.
All right.
So I also want to hit a thing, so I'll let you do stuff with the elf, and then I'll hit you up for any blacksmithing stuff.
I am trying to find pricing for horses.
Horses?
Mm-hmm.
I have it here. It's in the Adventurer's Backpack page. No, that's pelts and skins. That's not a live horse. it? I'm sure it was here. Pack animals. Yeah, no.
It says heavy
Yeah,
horse
page 45 on Adventurer's Backpack. Transport animals and tech.
200. That's for a heavy horse.
Light riding horse is 75.
Yep.
Which is more what I think we'll be buying.
That's a purchase price?
Yeah, that's a purchase.
Yeah, that's a purchase
Yeah.
price.
It sounds like it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just use those costs. I don't have anything better, to be honest with you, and those do seem somewhat reasonable. So.
Okay, so I will arrange to buy 4 horses. And do you want me to do any negotiating, or are you just happy just saying I buy things at cost for things like arrows, quiver, spare quiver, and horses?
Yeah, we'll just do it at cost.
Cool. So I will buy the 4 horses, and then hopefully the other guys will pay me back if they can afford it. I'll look askance at the half orc if he needs to be lent the money. But that's me done. I think Arista was heading to the bank, I assume.
Yes, I need to get to the bank.
The bank.
Whether I
the
need
bank.
to hit the bank or not will depend on what I find at the armor.
What are you? Well, okay. Let's do the bank first, I guess, or bank next, rather. Give me a second.
Yes, do I have to remind you that there are bandits about? We really should get this money put in the bank.
Or gems.
Okay. Are you going to? What are you going to deposit or do at the bank?
So I want to put like half of it into the bank and half of it into gems.
Okay.
So I'll put half of it.
You can change some of the coin into gems. There's a 10% fee for that.
Of course.
So, can you give me some numbers? I can jot this down.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we needed numbers. I apologize. I should have thought of that. Give me a moment.
The bank keeps these things very tightly, you understand, very precisely. They have a ledger. And what shall we put in our ledger?
Did I have all of the coin in my inventory, or was some of it still left on the party sheet?
It should be all in your
Party
inventory.
sheet actually has.
The party sheet still has some, but I think that I put it in my my inventory and it didn't come off the party sheet. Does anybody else remember that?
Well, there's also the stuff in the party sheet that we should probably sell off, which I could potentially do in the armory, wherever.
So how about we do this? How about we take all of the cash and put it in the bank, and anything that we sell off convert to gems?
Because you do still have some gems as well.
Right, and I will keep those at hand.
The shortbow composite in the party sheet, by the way, I have, but I added from items. I didn't add from the party sheet, so you can take that one off.
Shortbow composite.
Presumably we found the other rubies.
And the bastard sword I kind of melted on the corpse of the worm, if you remember.
Yep.
That's gone. I have 5 rubies on the sheet, and Jen, you have 5 rubies in inventory.
Right. The 5 rubies on the sheet, I think, are the ones that we found on the body.
Yes. Kelithor the Shifty had 5 on him.
That's right. You'd found 10, and you
Yeah.
pocketed half. That's right. Yep. Okay. That's good. Oh, this dagger of venom.
So I just put those 5 rubies on my sheet.
D- um, well, now Johnson. Do you remember where the dagger of venom came from? Is that something you had bought for the other character? And then, do you recall where it came from? You still there, Boss Dad?
Yep, I'm sorry. Say it again.
Yeah, the dagger of venom.
Uh-huh.
Was that something you had bought for your character when you first created him? The other character?
No. No, we picked that up.
Oh, you found it. Okay.
Yep, one of the I think it was one of our first fights.
Oh, there was a bandit or something, I think maybe you had fought. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay. So that was a... Yep, okay. Yeah, everything else on that sheet is fine. And then the gold... Jen, do you still show 1,535 gold in your inventory?
I do, and I think that includes the 1109 and the 17 from the party sheet.
Well, not the 17 platinum, but the gold. I believe that you're right. I believe that you should only have the 1,535 in your inventory.
Okay, but I also have 22 plat in my inventory.
Oh, and that does not show on the sheet. All right, so I'm taking them off. And did you update, all of you update your recent gold acquisition for your services?
I did.
Okay.
And
Not. Did I get anything for my services?
You got 300. We split the cursed dagger with you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And then I took the 5 rubies that are on the party sheet.
You did take them. So you have 10 now?
Yes.
Okay, why is it not updating the party sheet? That's odd.
Yeah.
I actually had a hard time taking them off the party sheet, and I think it's because it took. I already had rubies in my inventory, but it just didn't increment.
Okay.
Yep. And the dagger with inscriptions was the cursed dagger, correct?
Correct.
Just a quick heads up. Can everybody afford 75 gold for a horse?
That's gonna break me.
That's going to break you. Okay, so you can owe it to me, but if the others can already deduct it, then I know how much gold I need to deduct off my side.
Fine.
So Johnson, let's double check. When you rolled for gold, did you add 50%?
When I did?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so 75 was what you rolled for your gold pieces, your starting gold?
No, it was like 150.
Oh, and you've already bought stuff. So you rolled
You
150.
got another 75.
Yeah, so add another 75 to your...
Which happens to be the exact price for a horse. So if you just
There
want
we
to
go.
say you'll have the horse, then
Yep.
Might go
we're
ahead and
all
pay for the
settled.
horse.
Yep. You just want to add a horse to your inventory, I guess.
Okay. I
No
deduct
one
mine.
owes me a horse. That's all good.
Okay, so the collars and the strange necks device not gonna sell.
Okay. Well, if the orc's going to be with us, we should also offer him if he has use for any of these items.
Yeah, he's not gonna have use for the collar and the strange neck device.
Yes.
And we should not sell the bandages.
No, those you would want to use. Where? Light horse.
So, is there some place that we could have like a vault?
Wouldn't the bank have a vault?
Yeah.
This is what I'm asking.
Yes, the bank has a vault. It costs nothing to store money there. If you want to convert gold to gems or vice versa, there's a 10% transfer fee. You could also make a
And if I
loan.
wanted to store items at the bank,
Yes, depends. What kind of item are you thinking of?
a ruby encrusted scepter.
Just a moment. Let me talk to my manager. All right, I've
Hey,
spoken.
Mark, there was only one diamond bracelet, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And there was only one illuminated chapbook, right?
Correct. Vartan and Johnson, can you please look up your XP points required for second level?
Yeah, I'll just check it and update it shortly.
Okay, so how do I record money that's gone into the bank?
That's what I'm asking you for you to
Just
tell
put it in
me.
your notes on your sheet or something if you want to keep track of it
Yeah, I
yourself.
would just put in the note. Or if you want to make it a party note.
So I
up
put it
to
in
you.
the box under treasure.
So, in any of my studies as a room mark, have I ever come across information about fighting ghosts or undead of these types, on whether or not I need any kind of special weapons or anything?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
You have heard conflicting stories. Some say silver is effective at keeping ghosts and the undead at bay. Some say iron. Some say wolfsbane. Some say that the undead are more vulnerable during the day.
Oh, would I, as a paladin, have intuition on this?
Yeah, actually, why don't you give me a wisdom check? You might have more insight. Okay, you are quite certain that the wolfsbane and the daylight rumors are untrue. So the undead are either susceptible to iron or silver. You can't be sure.
Okay, I'm going to check around the local shops to see what iron or silver weapons are available.
Well, anything you're wearing that's steel would be iron. obviously.
Okay.
So that's pretty much any sword, any dagger, any steel armor,
Any arrow tip.
iron. Yeah, your tips would be iron.
Okay, so then I'm looking for silver weapons in the local stores, whatever they have.
Like silver arrowheads or something.
They do have silver arrows. They are a bit pricey. They are 5 gold apiece. Although, let me check
Okay.
the Castellans, because that might be an
Arrow
Out of
silver, 2 gold piece for 2 in
Okay.
the adventurer's backpack.
so gold piece a piece. Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems more reasonable.
Okay, I will buy. I will buy for myself. I don't know how many the others want, but I will buy a score of silver arrows.
Does anybody else have any bows or anything? Surely the
I do
fighter
not.
would.
I do not have a bow. I use an axe and I have daggers.
Okay.
Well,
We
Uh,
have silver daggers in the adventuring party. Be aware.
Yep. For what it's worth, the fighter may have learned during some of his training or experience that having a bow for certain occasions might not be a bad idea.
well, and there happens to be a composite longbow in the party sheet.
Well then, may I have the composite longbow?
It's too big for me. You're welcome to it.
And there's a quiver and arrows and everything.
Awesome.
Yep, and then the score quiver. Yep.
The silver dagger.
Yeah, there
Take
was
what you want.
3 of them.
All right. No one's using the dagger of venom.
No.
Ooh, I'm way burdened.
Well, you probably got to fix your stuff around what you're actually using.
Oh yeah.
Because the arrows, the quiver will hold the arrows, and that shouldn't.
And then you can put stuff on your horse, and then in the icon just to the right of your items, you just click through to say it's not carried, and then it'll take it off your encumbrance.
Yep. Yes. So
Got it. Okay.
I'm looking for what armors are available in this heat.
Oh, we have all kinds of armor. We have silver
Yeah,
armor,
plate-
gold armor, iron armor, steel armor, leather armor.
You have plate mail. You have splint mail.
Splint mail.
Plate mail I would take if you have.
Let me check. Where is the armory?
Ah, it is so nice to be unburdened again. I think, Mark, I'd also like to store those collars at the bank as well.
All right, why don't you roll a percentage? There's a 75% chance they have plate.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, what'd you just say, Jen?
I'm going to store I want to store the ruby scepter and the small collar and 4 strange neck devices.
Oh, no, what are these?
Good
They'll ask when
crap.
you hand them the... No, that's good. You made it.
They don't have like personal secret vaults that you could store stuff in. Like I have to show them the stuff.
We're just gonna throw it in the room.
Well, normally they would just take it and store it for you in a room of their choosing, but if you want private personal storage, we do have those available. Those are 10 gold a month for rental.
What's the conversion from plat?
It's 10 to 1.
Or 3 plat if you prefer. I'm sorry, 1 plat if you prefer.
1 plat for yes.
1 flat a month. Yeah.
1
Yes,
plat a month. And it's 3 months prepaid.
Yes. All right, 3 months.
All right. So 3 plat, 3 months. And I need 1 minute for a bio break. I'm sorry, guys. Too much coffee this morning.
Hey, where's the chart that tells you how many experience points you need before you level up?
What's your class?
Fighter?
It's typically at the end of your class. So if you look in the player's handbook at the end of your class, you'll have an experience point table there.
Yeah, yours is quite low.
Oops. Fighter. Do we have the XP? We do.
2001.
2001.
Okay.
So we'll put
So you said I found some plate mail or
Yes,
banded mail?
you did
Steel mail?
find plate.
Plate. Okay. I wish to purchase the plate mail.
And
Sell my chainmail stuff that I have. Thankfully doesn't change my encumbrance at all.
you will,
Upgrading to plate. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
oops, body armor.
Mr. Flashy Posh Bastard there.
Ha ha ha. A true paladin wears plate.
You will find it listed at 660 gold pieces.
660. Okay.
Steel is harder to come by right now, so There's a little bit of a premium on
Expected.
certain steel items.
Okay. And how much will you give me for my chainmail hauberk and coif?
Chainmail, hauberk, and cleef. Let us see. It's seen some use, hasn't it? Haven't you?
Yes,
Were you in
yes,
any?
it has.
Okay.
Trade-in value.
Yeah, it's trade-in value. But
I'll give you 100 for the hauberk and the coif. Where is it? I don't see it listed. Where is it? Oh, because I'm looking in body armor. All right. Chainmail coif.
yep,
And I'll give you 10 for the coif.
coif. Okay. Deal.
110.
Yep. And I will give you 660.
May this armor fare you well, keep you alive,
I certainly hope.
and not weigh you down too damn much.
Nah.
You look like you're quite strong. Should be no problem. It'll be like you're wearing feathers.
Yes.
It's good steel, by the way. Mine not far from here.
Okay. Let me get my gold worked around.
Okay. Anybody else need any more provisioning? You got your silver arrows. Got your armor. Jen made a huge deposit at a bank's got a private vault for her stuff.
Hey, you guys, you weren't trying to say that armor was like extra super light and so lower encumbrance rating, were you?
No.
No. Nah,
Okay.
just just wishing him well as it was. Complimenting him on his strong stature.
Flirting with him?
Ma'am, I'm not sure what country you're from, but if that's what counts for flirting in your country, then I feel sad for you. Oh, you're one of those void walkers, aren't you? Well, I think we'll be closing down early here for lunch, so.
I think that's Mark speak for let's move it along, guys.
No.
No, I'm ready. I've got what I need.
Does Johnson have
Yeah,
what
I'm
he
good
needs?
to go.
Okay.
I am set.
Wait, did we find any ferrets?
Did you look?
I would like to look for ferrets.
Sadly, no ferrets.
Okay, I'm going to explain to my comrades the necessity of finding some small mammals to carry with us.
Isn't that what the dwarf is for?
You know, I thought I might like you. Now I don't.
Come on, you're looking great in your armor. Have a
Yes,
beer.
yes, I do.
Are we going?
Yep.
Yep. Just a note, Mark, the young man just went over to Dylan's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bear with me 1 second. I'm preparing a map.
Ah, it's good to be back on horseback.
Ooh, a new map.
Yes. Loving my armor class.
It's interesting. We have all this troll lord stuff, right? Uh, Loaded up, and there's just image after image of, like, the artwork from the pages. And there's no easy way for me to say, oh, that's a map. Let me load that image, because it sort of treats all the images the same, right? At
Oh
least,
no. Okay.
yeah. There's no way I can see that says, oh, just show me the things that look like maps, not the, you know, drawings. Um, so bear with me a second.
One thing is, I just lost my rune because it was on my armor.
If you ask me nicely, I can put another one on your new armor.
Mr. Elf, could you rune my armor again?
For sure. I hope you got a good price for the old armor with that rune on it,
Sure. Forgot to mention that.
Okay, so that'll be another. I'll inscribe the same chain of runes on you, and I'll just update my notes to say I've cast 3 runes today.
I'm sorry, I missed the last minute or two of conversation. I'm so
That's
sorry.
fine. It was just between me and the paladin about the runes on his armor.
Okay, sorry about that.
Actually, can I can I sneak just wander past the armory and activate the old original runes on the armor so it doesn't still count as a static rune? Just just say the command word or send the paladin in to activate it.
Sure, yeah, it makes sense that you would have.
I can march back there.
Yep. All right. So you're on horseback now, and the as you travel, you're traveling across a lot of scrub brush, some rocky terrain, and the going is fairly uneventful.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
Exactly.
Where's the excitement?
Oh, it's coming, my friend. It's coming.
Oh, you never did get back to me on any runes that I found and studied on from the floors of Mara's whatever
Right.
temple.
I so Okay, so housekeeping note on that. You've got partial knowledge, but you're going to really need to seek out some experts to kind of confirm what it is that you've seen. So I would say you have the potential for new runes, but you would probably need to seek an expert. Not probably, you will need to seek an expert to fully uncover their true meaning. So if you want to try, you'll discover 2 runes. If you want to try using them without full knowledge of their meaning, you can do so, but it would be very risky.
Okay, no problem.
And oops, nope, didn't share it. Darn it. All right, there's a new map called Church Ruins. Oh no, wait, don't. Where's my
Don't know.
line of sight? Why are we not working?
So, in fact, normally, just to give you a heads up, normally to learn new runes,
Mm-hmm.
I need to study it for a week to study and translate, and then make a charisma check at the end of that week to see whether or not I learn it. So it would have been that I'd have copied it onto a piece of paper, and then I'm going to be studying it for a long time.
Right.
But I can seek out an expert too if you like.
Yeah, actually, why don't we do both? If you want to focus your attention, study it for a full week, you could uncover it without seeking um, someone to help.
And then I can only master it once I've studied it. So, but if you want to let me try and use things randomly, I don't mind. But it sounds pretty risky.
Yes, I don't know if you noticed in the campaign handbook there is a arcane failure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are ugly as hell.
Yes.
Oh
So
my
if you
god,
want to
those
try
were ugly.
using those runes today, we'll roll it on the arcane one, but I'll make you one special for rune master for rune keepers
Cheers.
after today. And you'd have a pretty high chance of failure right now because you've not even really studied the runes. So you would essentially just be casting blind, or not casting, but inscribing blind. Yeah. Now I'm sorry. If you want to load up that church ruins map now.
Yeah. Maybe you can turn the orc into a frog.
Who knows? Depends on
It
how you
can
use the
only
rune,
be an
right?
improvement.
All right. So
Okay.
you travel for about a day and a half actually. You get into to noon on the second day, and you believe you're close. So the land that you're following is, as I said, fairly it's a scrub brush and dry, rocky soil, somewhat like a desert. Not quite as dry as a typical desert, but it is fairly barren. And you know that the ruins that you're attempting to survey and cleanse are up on a hill near a small lake. Um,
Yeah.
so as you approach, you are approaching from the northeast. So let me get your characters on this map so that you can see something.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I was putting sunscreen on the boy. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to be looking at? The title of the image?
It's called Church Ruins.
And then you know as much as we do. Hey, I see Arista. You see that ugly bastard. Oh, there I
And
am.
So it's supposed to be black right now, right?
yes, it is. And but I apologize, guys. I don't understand why line of sight is not working on this layer. Turn on play. Oh, goodness. went through all that trouble making these masks, and I don't understand why they don't come on automatically. Don't need walls. It's locked. It's visible to all. We're in play mode. Now you do.
Is nobody talking, or did I lose the?
No, I'm sorry. I'm struggling for a second. I'm trying to understand why it didn't enable line of sight.
No worries. Don't worry about it. I was just afraid I had dropped. That's all.
All right. Let's just do it old school.
Oof. I see box.
Hey, I can see something.
Me too.
Yes, you see the walls of some crumbling structures.
Yes. I wish to cast Detect Evil.
And you are immediately greeted with evil. You feel like there is evil.
Evil! Evil! I whisper to them, I sense great evil in this place.
How long has it been since my original party was killed?
Your original party. It's been 3 or 4 days, maybe 5.
Okay, so it's reasonable that yesterday I made up some steeped stones and I might have a full set of them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're detecting evil immediately ahead of you. You see what looks like. Let me reveal a little bit more of this. Some sort of storeroom. You can see through the crumbling walls, and it's there roughly that you sense the strong presence of evil straight ahead. And straight ahead, I mean towards that portion of the building.
Yep.
I can go in first.
See, my line of sight now is working.
Oh, it
I'm
is.
thinking I'd like to stay in the middle if that's okay with you.
Except, like, you know,
Oh, slow
at
down, slow
least
down.
it looks like
So I'm sorry, you're saying it is working for you?
it. Well, as I move, I can see it like shading things. But it's
Yeah, I'm
Me
seeing
too.
shadows come off the thing. If you reveal, yeah, but the unrevealed part of the map stays black, but revealed parts of the map are becoming hidden and
Oh.
visible as I move around.
yeah,
Now
now
I
I
see the outline of the building and the outline of the rooms, so I can see the map kind of grayed out underneath, but I can't see any. And then I have like shards. Let me share my screen. That's probably better.
I may have just done the line of sight stuff incorrectly, and that's why it's not able to calculate it correctly.
So there you can see what I can see now. What I
Yep,
mean by the
taking that.
light and
Oh
dark
yeah,
bits.
yeah. I revealed too much. That's all right. You still have no idea what's in this, but you roughly see the at least you could see the outline of this large building. And the as you see in this map, room that you're right at the wall of, that Johnson is at the edge of, the wall has crumbled quite a bit, and you're looking in on actually what looks to be more of a barracks.
Yeah, kind of see rotted
This
bed,
room.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for
And
some reason, I have range finding arrows towards everyone in the party, and I have no idea
Yeah,
why.
I did too for a moment.
yeah, no idea what's going on there. Let's see.
Okay, I cleared targets and they all went away.
Okay.
Yep.
So as Johnson approaches that wall, he believes he hears something. So everyone stop moving for a second.
Yep.
I just lost everything. Did you lost connection?
No?
That would explain why your character's not moving. Are you going to be able to rejoin us?
I'm trying to say an acquire file list.
All right. Yep, there you go.
I'm back.
All right,
All
you
right.
you think you notice movement at the very bottom of this room? What do you want to do?
Movement at the very bottom, at the far end of the room. Is that what you said?
Yeah, down in the corner.
And we
I
can
sense
all see this
evil.
because the walls are broken out, right?
Yes, right now you could all infiltrate the room straight through the walls.
I'm definitely
Let's check it out.
want to step forward because evil is afoot.
Okay, I'm taking out my bow and readying an arrow, silver arrow for what it's worth.
All right.
Can we see to the other side?
You can see to the south end of that room.
Do we know what's down there?
At this moment, you don't see anything. You just thought you saw some sort of movement or something shift.
All right, I'm gonna ready my axe and I'm going in.
Okay.
Yep, well, I'm ready. I am heading in.
So
I can't move.
Take a
So
couple
you're going to move
steps
in. Yep. So hold on. So this is how we're going to do initiative. We're going to try this going forward. So what I'd like us to do is before we move, let's all announce what we are doing, and then we'll resolve the ranged attacks and spell attacks first, and then everybody else will go in their order. And if the spellcaster gets, I'm sorry, everyone's going to announce what they're doing. Then we're going to resolve the ranged attacks, and then everyone goes in order. So, Sarek, it looks like you want to actually move into the room.
Yes, I do.
So you want to move? Are you doing anything else? You've got your axe ready, I think you said.
Ready, and I'm just kind of moving into the room, and now I'm just trying to see if I can see something.
Okay.
What evil I may have sensed.
Okay. So you're announcing what you're doing. You can't yet move.
Right.
Johnson, it looks like you want to shift and stay outside.
No, I'm gonna shift and go in that opening right there.
Okay. And you're gonna go how far down in? Just well into the room or the middle of the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to go here.
Okay. And you're looking for action. Arista, what are you gonna be doing?
Following Johnson because he's nice and big and makes a good looking shield.
Okay. And Veritan, I know you said you're notching your arrow. Are you
Yeah,
gonna?
I'm going to move up to the crumbled wall, and if I see anything that looks threatening, I will loose the arrow at it.
Okay.
So I'm just notching the arrow, drawing the bow, moving up to that. As I move up to that crumbled wall, and just scanning the room for anything suspicious. And then, like I say, if I see anything threatening, I loose the arrow.
Okay. So, Johnson, as you get to, go ahead and complete your move to where you're moving to. And go ahead and make your move, Sorak.
Initiative?
Yeah, we're going to do initiative in 1 second. Sorak moves in. Arista, you were following in. And I think you said you were coming up to the wall, Veritan. And just as you get there, you notice something rise up from the ground. A strange creature who looks very ghoulish.
Then I will shoot it.
It's evil, I tell you, evil.
And it glares at you as if it's irritated at being disturbed. And I will let you all go first. So if you had an attack ready, go ahead and go. Johnson, what are you going to do?
Attack.
Okay, you're going to rush forward.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Do I just...
Move. Yeah, go ahead and move forward. Make an attack.
And then I roll combat.
And you miss the goal. Sorak, you noticed it as well. Go ahead.
Yep. And I want to charge it. And it is 20 feet, so I can get a charge.
Come
Since
on,
I'm
dwarf.
20 feet. And swinging for the hills, baby. The way you do it.
All right. Did you
I
roll
would
your?
assume that.
Yeah, it should show you, doesn't it? Did it hit?
No, it didn't. It just.
Yeah, it's not
Bearded
showing
axe,
the-
13.
Yeah, we don't see it on the combat tracker yet,
Oh, I'm sorry.
so we
Oh,
can't target it.
right. I see.
Wow. Love my bearded axe.
It's a bit of a brutal piece of kit.
You're not seeing it on the combat tracker. Wow, it feels like every time I run this, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Oh,
Not on the combat tracker.
I thought I had a show. There it is. That's why.
Oh, I see you brought some friends with him.
Yes.
Oopsie.
The guys you didn't see. Arista,
Oh.
go ahead.
So have we not seen these guys yet?
You have not.
All right then. I'm gonna I can't see a space that I could get in and smack that ghoul, right?
You want to get in and get
The ghoul is
close?
down after being slammed by the
Yeah,
look
he
of
just
it.
got smacked up.
Okay, gotcha. Then I'm going to stand back here, and I think I'm going to set that or tuck that staff under my arm and pull out my sling.
Okay. So you're switching weapons, and Veriton, you do not yet see those two shadows. They're about to come in on the next initiative.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just holding my shot. I see the ghoul go down, and then I'm just looking for another ghoul. But other than that, not a lot else.
Okay. Let's for now, just to keep things simple, we'll go the way we've done it before, which is we'll just go round by round. Struggling too much with this combat tracker, making it do what I want to do. So, next round, top of the order, the ghoul does not do anything. Veriton, you do see two black things come out from what appears to be the wall or somewhere near the wall. They're just sort of shimmering black objects.
Okay, then I loose my arrow at the nearest one.
And that's a hit.
And that's a silver arrow, so if it does an extra damage from being silver, then you should apply that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next is the shadow. Oops, wrong one. It seems to reach out as though it's trying to grasp you, Johnson, and it misses. Arista, you're next.
Have I seen the shadows?
Yes. The moment the ghoul
Excellent.
went down, those two creatures kind of came out of nowhere.
I would like to shoot one.
Okay. What are you shooting with?
My sling and one of the steeped stones.
Okay. Nice, you hit it. So roll your 1d4. Yep, 2. That was at Shadow 2. All right.
Yeah, I
Shadow.
figure it would be hard for me to hit Shadow 1 with Shadow 2 in the way.
Shadow 2 screeches.
Was that damage including the damage from your steep stone?
The steep stone doesn't do any extra damage. It just it makes it a magical thing.
Ah, right, okay.
Bear with me.
So if it gets hit by magic, it'll hit.
Bear with me 1 second. Gotta double check something. Shadow 2 is also going to attack Johnson.
Bring it, Darkling.
And miss. All right, Johnson. You feel the wind of something trying to grasp at you behind you.
I am swinging with my axe.
So you turn around and
Boom.
okay.
Hurrah!
Now, what is your axe?
It's just a battle axe.
Okay. You feel it whiz through the shadow as if it did not touch the shadow.
Skirt. Aha. Okay.
All right, Sorak. You see Johnson take a nice beefy swing through the air, and he a sort of a slightly puzzled look on his face, perhaps.
Well, I'm gonna step up, and I'm gonna swing at ghoul number or shadow 2. Why did it do that? Why did it roll twice? That is weird.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because even if you had connected, you would have seen your axe go whizzing through,
Right.
just as Johnson's
Yep.
did. All right, next round. Shadow 1 is going to. He'll stick with Johnson. All right, he's gonna connect, touching a bit of bare skin, and Johnson is gonna feel some strength leave his body. So he's gonna lose 1 to his strength value.
Wither.
So what do I have to do? -1 on my strength?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, and Shadow 2 is going to do the same. It's going to miss. All right, Johnson, you suddenly felt a very cold touch and strength leaving your body.
All right, I'm grabbing my silver dagger and stabbing.
All right, go ahead. And perhaps rattled by the loss of strength, you seem to miss. The ghoul is not with us. Sorak.
I'm a little befuddled as to what to do. I'm going to try to swing again because I don't know what else to do.
Silver, dwarf.
Yeah.
Silver.
I'll try that at next. I'll roll just for that. But, okay. I'll nod at you.
As you start to
I'll go
feel
high,
hope
you go
leaving,
low.
yeah, there you go. As you start to feel hope leaving you, you sort of don't have your full effort in this swing, and you miss. Baritone.
Yeah.
Okay, I would take draw and shoot another silver arrow.
And a miss.
And a miss.
All right, Arista.
I'm gonna shoot another stone.
Oh,
Jeez
nice
Louise.
crit. Which one were you attacking? Shadow 2.
Is he dead?
He will suddenly start to shrink and dissipate.
So the rocks.
You got him.
We can use the rocks.
Yep.
Well, Yes, as a weapon, as a stone weapon, it'll do 1d4 damage. It's you treat it like magic missile,
Mhm.
so it is magical in nature, but you do have to throw
Can I just melee the shit on the melee him with it?
it. You just use
Pick
it
it
as
up.
a rock and start bashing it.
Exactly. If I see the rock make it shrink, I'm like, oh, if it's the rock.
It's not just any rock though.
I know, but I'm going to take the rock you hit it with because it's now down right in front of me. And I pick it up and hit the other one like with a melee hit.
I would say if you're using it as just a handheld weapon, then it's only going to do 1d2 damage. The when you're using it as a thrown stone weapon, it's got more force in it. So, but yeah, you could do it. I mean, in this case, it would probably do what you think it what you think it would do, which is it'll actually connect.
Right.
But I think didn't you have a silver dagger? I think you'll do more damage with the dagger.
Okay.
And where are we at in the order? Top of the order. Ghoul doesn't go. Shadow. Again, seemingly fixated on Johnson. You also feel it connect, and it will take another point of strength from you. Vartan, you feel, are you seeing Johnson's starting to wither before your eyes?
Okay. By the way, Sorek, I think the reason you're rolling twice, you were targeting both shadows, so
Yeah,
that's why you roll
just fix
2d20.
that.
Okay, I'm going to draw my bow and take another shot at that shadow for now. It's a hit. Cool.
It's a hit with silver arrow. Alrighty. Arista, arrows are flying over your head.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to duck while I keep shooting my little rocks.
It should be noted won't deal with it this combat, but in the future, firing into melee like that, there's a risk that if you miss on a 1 through 4, you may end up hitting somebody other than your intended target.
Mm-hmm.
That'll hit though. All right. Oops.
Go with John.
Johnson. In your weakened state, you can still swing.
I gotta connect. Oh,
Oh no.
somebody save me.
All right, Sorak. Johnson seems
Well,
like he's out of the game a little bit here.
I'm gonna grab him and just kind of throw him backwards. Get him out of here.
Or you gonna
He's
attempt to grapple Johnson?
I just want to toss him out of the way or push him out of the way.
Oh my gosh. Well, you've got a height disadvantage. And if he resists you in any way, it's going to be more of a fighting grapple.
Mm.
He's not harmed in any way other than he's feeling like
He's feeling
just
very lethargic.
yeah, it just feels like he's run a marathon for 3 days with no rest.
Mm.
So he's no immediate risk of dying. He just seems a little bit confused about why
He's getting weaker and weaker.
exactly.
Starting to feel like an elf.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
It's up to you. If you want to attempt to grab him,
can't
you
do
could do that.
anything other. I was just gonna try to get in between him and the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to try to get in between them.
Okay, so you're gonna try to squeeze in. Give me a dexterity check.
Essentially, want it to. Sure. I want it to fight me. Leave him alone. Power it.
Yeah, please. Okay, as you attempt to squeeze in between the orc and the shadow, they both seem to move as though they don't want you to be in the way. So you realize that it's just you're gonna fall flat on your face if you attempt to go in between if you attempt any further or any harder. You'd very likely end up on the floor.
Okay.
Having said that, it is your
Having
turn.
said that, now it is my turn. Well, about all I can do since I don't have the silver weapon. I'll just try to hit it.
Did you not take one of the from the party sheet, or did Arista take it? Because there were two, I
did
think.
not. I did not take a silver dagger.
And you were the one who told us silver was useful against undead. Ah!
You thought either iron or silver was useful.
Yeah.
And that would have been liquidated before we left the keep, no?
Well, there were some. No, we didn't sell any of that stuff.
It's sitting right now in a vault. In Arista's vault.
All the stuff got put in the vault. Okay.
Well, did you leave it in the street?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had said that I wanted to sell off the stuff that we weren't going to use. But that's okay. I'm happy for it to be in the vault. We can go retrieve it later.
All right. So you're still swinging anyway, hoping that maybe, just maybe, the fate will
maybe
will find you.
Yep.
All right, Arista. Your stones seem to be working. And this is the third stone you... I'm sorry, what?
It helps that I keep hitting.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of stones.
Yeah, that was 3 right there.
Oh, I thought that was the 4th one. I'm sorry.
Oh, it might have been. Johnson, it could have been because we're 5 rounds in. Yes, Johnson. You feel like the dwarf wants to somehow protect you by trying to jump in front of you.
All right. I'm going to one more swing with the dagger.
Looks like it connects.
And you nailed it.
Got it.
And it dissipates and disappears.
Okay, Vartan is drawing another arrow and cautiously stepping forwards into the room, scanning the room for anything else that's going to come out of the floor or walls as he moves slowly down towards the others.
Okay. For the moment, you don't see anything else happening.
If he gets down there with the others and nothing's happened, he's going to check to see if he can retrieve any of the arrows he shot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can I get my stone back?
No, the stones, as they land, they explode in a spot of light and act like a magic missile, so they dissipate.
I want to give Sora a silver dagger.
Okay. I will happily take it and stick it in my belt.
Ew, buddy.
Half of your daggers. I'm sorry, half of your arrows are recoverable.
Well, there were 3, so
3.
round up
So
or
how
round down.
about we'll just say 2.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the party sheet.
I'm gonna peek outside the ruins real quick up at the sky, see if my stones that are sitting in the milk that's in my pouch have been steeping long enough to be ready yet or not.
Well, I'm presuming that you started them. Well, let's see. You've traveled for a day and a half, so you would have a full pack of stones. If you tried to create them more today, then if you deduct the mana for that, you could have another full set of stones.
Awesome. I actually already deducted it.
All right.
I am trying to keep track of all the stones and all the mana and all that stuff. So I've deducted a set. I'm sorry, a mana for my staff and 1 for the stones.
Oh, that's right. You.
So
Okay.
basically, I start every day having used 2 mana already.
That staff, how long does that last, though? That's more or less an encounter type spell, right? I mean, you imbue the staff to make it act as if wielded by a fighter, but it doesn't last the whole day. Unless you want to increase its power.
It does not say. It says I place a sigil on a staff or cudgel, traditionally taken from a slow. The staff grants a hit chance equal to that of a fighter of the caster's level and can grievously wound enchanted beings. Roll damage twice and take the best result.
And there's nothing in the D column above it, in the table above it, or I don't know how your sheet looks. Should be a D for duration in the table at the top.
Yeah, it's probably in that PDF I shared.
Yeah, it's not. I'm sorry.
There's no duration. Well, I'm going to say that it lasts a turn, so roughly 10 minutes.
All right, let me look. Which PDF that you shared?
The one that said I think campaign rules or something. They're pinned in the
Okay.
In the Discord.
Yeah, let me look.
So I'm tired. How do I get my strength back?
So your strength returns to you slowly over the course of minutes and hours. So let me check real quick to give you the exact amount. One point every 2d4 minutes. So for your first point back, why don't you roll 2d4? So in 3 minutes, you'll feel a little bit better, and then roll it again. And then 4 minutes after that, you'll feel right as rain.
Okay.
So about 7 minutes for both.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to have a drink of beer. I have some mead.
Okay. Noted.
You know what? I also will take a drink. And
Thanks for the
nod to the orc for
You both feel your
assist.
spirits lift as you knock back the cold one. Well, the room temperature.
Morale.
Yes,
Morale
improves.
better. Maybe he's not such a scum sucker.
Yeah, round 1 to us.
Okay.
Stupid
So
demon.
this ghoul it's dead. If not a coup de grace.
Well, it's a dead again. It
Yes,
is.
that's true.
It
It
is.
was dead.
Yes, it's much like a. Think of it as more of a rabid zombie. Um,
It's that off.
it
Done.
it has very little on it. It has some tattered clothes, and that's about it.
Okay. I'm literally gonna chop its head off. So it's no longer unconscious, but just gone.
All right.
I approve of that message.
Last thing we need is one of these things coming back up behind us.
So it looks like line of sight is working now.
Yeah, to some extent, you shouldn't really be able to see as much as you're seeing, but I'm not gonna worry about it.
Let's just take a peek in here.
No, that is actually a window, so you're not actually able to
Go through.
pass through it, but you will see in there. You see on the far side what looks to be some sort of orange glow, exactly catty corner from where you are now.
Arista, come look at this. Tell me what you think. It's glowing.
Okay, I'm checking out the room that we're in, just seeing if there's anything meaningful amongst the rubble.
I'm gonna stand on my tippy toes to look in through the window.
What do mine elven eyes, not so elven eyes, see?
Your human eyes. You see the light seems to be flickering, so it seems more like some sort of fire. You can't quite make it out, but you do hear or you do see the flickering against the walls.
So what am I supposed to be looking at here, guys? It looks like there's a fire.
And you do see. I'm sorry. You would also see smoke rising.
Nothing mysterious here. It's just a fire.
Well, I wish to concentrate and see if I can detect evil in that location, since it's kind of line of sight.
Yeah, your detect evil. Does it? You have to be focused, and it has to be like where you're
Yes.
looking, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
concentrate for one round or within 60 feet.
You do not sense evil through your vision. Through the portal there, through that window.
Yep. Yeah. It's not like a 60-foot diameter. It's just
Right, 60,
where I'm looking.
sort of an arc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Vartan, as you search the room, you don't find anything of value. It's mostly rotted wood and bits of.
Any indication what this room once was, or?
It appears to be some sort of barrack.
Okay.
You do see some rotted nightstands, crumpled and collapsed beds. Not a barrack necessarily, but a dorm perhaps.
We might consider going out the way we came in and seeing if there's another approach that we could take.
Like a door proper.
Indeed.
Good idea.
I don't want to see the orc trying to clamber through a window.
All right.
Okay.
Keep my bow at the ready.
Is this door?
Silver arrow again in hand.
Not a door. It is a window. I'm sorry, you probably should be seeing something through that. Hang on.
Moving the wrist. I didn't want to do that.
What's in here? Oh, now it's just all black.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Select. Let's see if I select this. How about we do here to here and back to this. All right, bear with me a second. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, you should be able to see in that room now.
Looks like a kitchen.
You could, if you tried, crawl through that window opening.
Where the dwarf is, where Sorak is that a door?
That is the back of a chimney.
Back of a chimney. Okay. Which would explain why I can't see anything through it.
Come over here. Look in. Looks like a kitchen.
Yep.
All right, I gotta fix this thing up. How's that?
I say we keep going.
There's got to be a door somewhere.
I guess I can see the water coming up to the edge of the building on the far side, or not.
Hey, I found a looks like a hole in the wall.
A hole in the wall might be a good idea.
I'm sorry, Veriton, what did you say you wanted to do?
I was saying, I guess I can see the water at the far end.
Yes, you can.
So it would already be clear to me, or that it is likely that the building extends into the water.
Not at this point. I don't know if that's a fair assessment.
Okay.
Arista, is that a hole?
It's crumbled.
Is it a passageway in?
You could squeeze through it.
All right.
Somebody want to go in?
I will
I'm
go.
feeling 100% again. Let's roll.
I'm going to follow my friend here, the tall, big guy.
Come on, dwarf.
I want to enter.
Okay, you crawl through.
Yep. And as I come through, look out ahead of me, see if I detect anything.
You do sense evil not far from you. Perhaps beyond the wall of this room.
Yep. So I'm gonna just kind of inch over to the corner so I'm not blocking the hole.
So Veriton's just waiting for Arista to move out of the way, and then he'll slip into the room too.
Since I have 2 daggers, can I put a
I'm
dagger
not moving out of the way until my meat shield moves forward.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you said 2 daggers?
Yeah, I have 2 daggers, but I only have 1 in my combat thing. But can I put a dagger in each hand since I'm not using my axe?
Yeah, but you can only attack with 1 at a time.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll just keep it once.
You get combat. Is it combat dominance? You can make more than 1 attack on HD1 creatures, I believe.
I think I have to be a certain level first.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is that a first level thing, or is that like a 2nd or 4th level thing?
It's a 4th level.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. At 4th level, you get that, and then you get a standard extra attack at 10th level.
What is this room?
Not really sure.
Hard to say. It might have been some sort of study, perhaps.
And it looks like I see a table, a bench.
Hmm. Bookcase, an empty, rotting bookcase.
So is
Yeah.
this a doorway?
That is an
Looks like
open
an
doorway.
open doorway.
The wood
Okay.
having rotted and collapsed and fallen
There's
away
something
some time
evil
ago.
ahead.
Who's detecting evil?
I'm detecting evil ahead of us.
My dagger's at the ready.
If you are focused on detecting evil,
Yes.
then
Kind of looking through the door, trying to see.
um, you will probably notice very little else. But you do feel that there is something evil uh, to your left.
To my left.
Stairway up.
A set of steps up, yeah.
Evil to my left.
Steps up that way. Do we want to go towards the evil?
Well,
Let's go towards the evil.
As I look through the door, do I see that that's an open
That
Often-
is a set of stairs up. It looks like it leads up into some sort of chapel or church, and just everyone stop just as you get there.
Yep.
You something lurches out of the out of the casket, and immediately wrong thing selected. Stop. Arrow select play mode. There we go. And lurches at the fighter, immediately attacking him.
Doorway fight.
Come on, dwarf.
Oops, that's not right.
Oh, he's targeting himself. He's been possessed.
Not again.
It's your lot in life.
And
Okay.
it swipes at you and misses. And the dwarf will see it at this point.
What are we seeing? There's nothing in the combat tracker.
That's because I'm going to make him visible to you.
Oh.
A ray. Ugh.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't see him on my other thing. Do you see it in front of you?
I
I
do.
see it now.
Okay.
Yeah. Right in front of him.
So where do we go to start this whole thing? Reset initiative.
We need a rest to stay back. Right? You don't have no more rocks?
Oh, I got more rocks.
Magic rocks.
Yes, I got magic rocks. Although the question is, did yesterday's magic rock do yesterday's rocks carry over to today?
They do. Those rocks will last for 3 days, and then they will eventually rot back to their rocky selves.
Rocky selves. Okay.
They will revert back to plain old stones. The magical yogurt-like coating having worn off.
Then I have stones for 3 days.
Yep. Vertan, it is your turn. You hear a sort of a screech ahead. You did not yet witness anything happen, but there is a strange sound that occurred ahead. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to slowly move up, but I see that there's a bit of a crowd. So as long as the way onward is blocked, I'm just going to cover the other windows to this room with my bow. So covering the windows to the north, because there's no way for me to get out of the south for now.
Very well. Arista.
Stand back in this room. There's nothing I can do. This space is too small.
Okay. All right, Johnson.
All right, silver dagger time. Ugh. It's a miss.
Zorak, you've noticed what has happened. You did see this
Yep.
creature. It's very ghost-like in its appearance.
Yep. And I'm going to yell, "Fall back, you mush-headed orc!" And then I'm going to fall back into the room.
All right.
Ugh.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
The wraith will start screeching very loudly. And bear with me a second.
I'm so glad to have found somebody else who uses that phrase. Picking up what you're putting down.
Oh,
I
come
don't
on.
have to go far to put down what I'm picking up.
Well, we carry it a little far. You know, we start with you picking up what you're putting down, and then I'm drinking what you're pouring.
From
Warm up cooking.
from the
Exactly.
from the walls, some dust from the walls and floor starts to coalesce, and you see another shadowy figure come out.
Okie dokie.
Oh, lovely.
And actually, it moves slightly forward. All right, Johnson, what do you want to do?
I'm stepping out.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell to them. I'm bringing two. I'm running back into the room.
So Wraith will immediately follow you.
But I'm gonna be in front of Arista.
All right.
Thank you, Meat Shield.
He's gonna step
Yeah, but
partly
it's gonna
into
be
the room.
Veriton, a clean shot.
Oh,
Look.
bear with me a second.
Oh, who's he D20 on me?
It's like he D20'd you.
Oh, just got my strength back.
Hey, you stick with me. I can always drop one of those stones down your throat.
Yeah, she'll give you the extra large ones.
And a withered, wraith-like hand scratching claws you for 10 points of damage.
Ow,
How many?
shit.
10.
That's heavy damage. I'm gonna need some Flex Seal.
Flex seal.
Ah,
Nice.
oh, God. That stuff is terrible.
Vartan.
Okay, with all the shouting and commotion with me, I will turn around and then loose my arrow at the wraith coming in the door rather than covering the windows.
May your aim be true.
That looks fairly true to me.
Nice.
Yeah, not so true. That's also a silver arrow, if it's worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if possible, I will then step back a little in the room to hear.
Not a bad idea.
Gibbs.
Arista.
There is no shame in retreat. This could be our purple worm. I'm going to step back there.
Sensing the grievous wound that was just inflicted on a critical roll, by the way.
Oh, that's good that it was critical, but I only have 4 hit points. So there's a good chance I'm leaving this room.
Okay. Anything else?
Sorry, avenge me.
Did somebody just break a glass?
No, that was my knuckles.
In real life, he's flexing like he's just getting ready for a fight.
I'm rocking because I'm.
I've heard of brass
into the
knuckles,
fight.
but not glass knuckles.
You could take a shot there. You'd have a -2 for having moving backwards.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Still your turn unless you're done.
Okay. No, that's good. I didn't think I could
Well, you've
try
made a
that.
little bit of a move backwards,
Yeah.
though. So you're in a little bit of a retreat. So your forward shot's going to have a disadvantage to it. That would be a 13, which I still believe is a hit. Did you take the 2 off?
2 off for. Oh no, I didn't take the 2 off. Sorry.
Let me double check. Oh, that was just a hit. So with the backwards penalty, that's a miss. Sorry.
Okay. Well, you probably want to take that 1 back then.
Yep, I did.
Okay. Sorry about that. I misunderstood. I think.
No, that's all right. Sorak.
Okay. Well, I'm right here. I'm going to try to stab it with this silver knife that the soon to expire orc gave me.
Nice.
Dwarf.
6 damage.
Except I forgot to target.
Yeah, that's all right. You gave it 6 damage.
There we
That's,
go. Now I'm targeting.
Okay. The wraith, you can almost see a look of shock on its face. Like, what the heck? All right, Varitan. The wraith looks a little troubled.
I will shoot the wraith again then.
It's a mixture of trouble and anger.
Damn it.
Which is slowly turning back into a grin. Neener, you missed me. All right, Johnson.
Not this time.
You're in a corner, literally.
Hurrah!
Oh, nice.
Hurrah!
Unconscious. There's one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pull back.
Yeah,
Another
sorry
wraith.
if he was not shown. Why is this guy still showing? I don't know. Anyway. All right, Sorak.
I'm going to take 1 step forward,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to reach out and touch my orc friend with my hands, which is 2 hit points.
Oh, you give me 2 hit points?
Yep.
The laying of the hands. Is that like a once daily thing, though?
Yeah, once per day.
Yeah.
It's 2 per level, once a day.
Okay.
Oh, then I'm staying in this fight.
Another creature.
Did they go out?
Mommy! You can almost hear it cry. Mommy, what'd they do?
Same thing we're about to do to you.
It also seems to be interested in Johnson. Oh no.
No, why?
Oh,
I know I'm a good
well,
looking
better than a 20.
That's true.
Yeah.
For 1 point of damage. Arista.
I'm crawling through the hole.
Hmm.
Just gonna say, guys, purple worms. Purple worms.
Yeah.
This could be our purple worm.
You seem a little battle shy.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that means, purple worm.
I'm not feeling scared.
Johnson, it's your turn again. You wouldn't know it because you're very focused on your fight for your life, but one of your friends just snuck out the back door.
I do need to take a step back, but then I'm going to throw my dagger.
Okay.
Switch that to projectile.
So you do a cautious withdrawal and then throw your dagger with a crit.
Dunk it in.
Well, you're automatically going to do max damage with the dagger. That's 6.
It's max damage plus D4, isn't it? For a
Oh, is
crit?
that what you... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Well, with that... 5, 6...
Maybe
10.
6 points.
Perhaps a little more. That silver seems to be very effective.
Oh, he's dead?
Yes.
Sweet.
Hey, Mark, I'm so sorry to interrupt for a moment, but I just noticed the time. Dinner will take 2 hours to prepare. Should I go ahead and prepare what we had talked about or no?
Yes, please. Yeah, I
You
think
betcha.
I think we're done with this
Round.
encounter. Yeah, for the moment.
Okay.
This-
Before we forget what we've done and stuff, can I just say for next time, I will try to recover arrows. How many do I recover? Is it 50% again?
It's gonna be different every time.
Okay.
You recover all of them this time.
Okay, thanks.
And I want to recover my dagger that I threw.
Yeah, dagger's fine. Dagger's recoverable every time.
Okay.
And except in some sort of extreme circumstance. But obviously, once you throw it, it's thrown. You can't use it anymore.
Right.
Unless you spend some action to try to recover it.
Tumble. Grab. Thrust.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take out our mead. We need a drink.
A little more drinky, huh? Your morale improves. Your visual acuity
Fighter.
degrades. Oh, XP.
Arista peeked in the hole. Is it safe to come back now?
Yes, I'm very injured. Please come help me.
Oh, I can do that. Can I slip a few rocks down his throat?
Yes.
How many rocks do you need?
I don't know. I have 9 hit points of damage. 9 points of damage.
Well, that's a lot of rocks. That's more than I can make in a day, You
I
should be more careful and not get so injured.
I also have cure light wounds.
Yeah, you should probably start with that.
How do I use that?
Oh, and we had a couple of bandages, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we have bandages, but do they
So-
work on wounds inflicted by a wraith?
No, those bandages only work on natural wounds.
Yeah.
The wraith runes are sort of magical.
So it would be magical healing.
Yeah,
Cure light wounds.
that would work.
Okay. So how
Yep.
many stones do you need?
Well, how much will potion of cure light wounds cure?
Our
Mark?
I'm
Good
sorry.
write it down.
Cure Light. It's as if you cast Cure Light, so 1d8.
No, it's a potion.
Right. No, but it's 1d8.
Roll high. 6.
All right. Then I only have a damage of 3.
Okay, then I will give you 3 stones.
Super sweet.
And by the way, the experience you awarded, level.
Oh,
Yeah,
did we just get more experience?
Yeah, everyone should be now second level.
Yay!
So, for the moment, be prepared to know what you're going to do when you level, but you will need to return to town to actually do the leveling. Because there'll be a little bit of training involved.
Okay. Oh, for
you know what?
everybody?
Actually, yeah. You know, there's so much other things going on. It's one less thing to track. So go ahead and be prepared for next session.
I don't think other than hit point, and that I actually have a to hit bonus. That's all that happens with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Mark. You're saying that, I'm not going to just suddenly get a new spell. Like, all of a sudden, oh, I know a new spell.
Yeah, no, actually, that doesn't change for you. Spells because spells are levelless, so it's not like you get new spells. You have to actually work to get your spells.
Right.
So second level for you does not confer any new spell bonuses. It's just new mana points.
Right, just more mana.
More mana. So what were you gonna say?
I'd say for me, it just now allows me to have a bonus to hit and hit points. That's all it does for me.
Right. So yeah, if you want to, we'll go max hit points per level.
Okay.
So next time
we need them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if your sheets are automatically updating the stuff or if you have to update them.
It's
I think you need to update
not
them.
updating. Yeah.
So if between now and next Sunday, if you want to touch your sheets up for second level.
Yep.
Sorry, did you just say about how many hit points we get?
Max for every level.
Max, okay, cool.
So
I will certainly take max.
No need to roll. And that'll go for everything. So basically, the normal things that you would do at leveling, go ahead and do now, except for Arista, your spells. You don't automatically get to pick new spells.
And I guess it's the same for me.
Right, that makes sense. So my hit bonus goes up, but not.
And that would the same for runes. Do you get how many new runes do you get per level?
I was just reading that it says.
Because that just increases your ability to cast them. You still know all of the initiate runes, right? Plus two yet to be named runes.
Yeah, it says for each new level they're able to master new runes of their choice from the codices. Refer to the rune mark class table below for the number of mastered runes they gain per level.
Okay. Let me work that out and get back to you.
Yeah,
first
just for your info, the table doesn't actually have that information, so that's a flaw in the book.
Are you looking at the rune masters, rune keepers book?
No, I'm looking in the Adventures Backpack, which also has the class. So.
Ah, okay. See, I don't have that book, but I do have the rune keepers book, so I wonder if they agree or disagree on this point.
I think they should agree. I think it's just copied across.
I should probably the backpack is a published book, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as I said, it's the one that I mentioned to you that Jen should have got for free as part of playing Steve's game that time.
That's right.
That's a PDF.
Maybe I do have it then. Oh, where are we at? Castles and Crusades.
You do.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I know we grabbed it because I've seen it, so we must have grabbed it.
Oh Lord.
I've used it, I think.
Where is the TLG stuff? There it is. All All right. Well, that's where we're gonna have to end it today because we're at time.
Yep. And I'm
Um,
all updated.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
the only thing that's really changed or sort of pending here is we got some hit points down for Johnson.
Yep. I'm
Nope.
looking.
But she fed him 3 stones. So that should have took care of that.
Okay.
I should
Yeah,
just
for
have to roll
me,
the 1d10, right?
what for?
For fighter. Yeah.
For hit
You
points?
if it's 1d10, you just get 10 more points.
Yeah, we said max hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mark, can you tell me? I'm having a hard time finding it. What my mana is at this level?
It should be in that PDF, I believe, that I published. I don't know it offhand. I altered the mana calculation slightly.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I can find
I'll
it.
let you know
Yeah.
right after we end the call here. I'll dig that up. I'll also dig up the rune stuff.
It's okay. I have it open here.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think the
guys.
main thing that I
Yep.
pick up as Rune Master is just extra runes per day, and I would have learned some extra runes if, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think what I'd
But like
like.
you say, it makes more sense that I pick them up organically, and I think the way the class is written, that's more how it happens, and the level bonus is just being able to use more of them per day.
Right. Yep. That's the way I'd like to play it. That way you don't have to wait for leveling to get more runes, actually, if you want to focus on
Well,
getting them.
well, that's it. The way the class is written, you get them organically and you get them at level boundaries, but then there's no table saying that you do get them at level boundaries. So I think the text disagrees with the table. I think getting them organically makes more sense.
Yeah.
Um,
The strange dagger, which you now know but is no longer in your possession.
Spell casting 6.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, it's right here. Yep. We'll see you later. Right, I think we're done here. I'm just
Doing
Jen.
that. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Hey, Mark.
5 plus your intelligence modifier plus 3 times your caster level.
Okay, 5. Wait,
So you're.
Y'all have a good week.
Yep. You too.
5
Thanks for playing.
plus
I'll see
your
you. See you in a
intelligence.
week.
Okay. Okay. Mark, can you hang out for just a minute?
Yeah.
So I can catch that again. So 5 plus my intelligence bonus. Is that what you said?
Yep. Correct.
Times.
No, 5 plus your intelligence mod. So what's your intelligence modifier? 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's 8 plus 3 times caster level. So now that's 6. So 8 plus 6, you have 14 mana.
Okay. And where did you say you put that? Because I'm not finding it in the. I see that there's a spot for spell casting, but I don't see
You don't see a chapter called Power?
power. A chapter called
It's
power.
the very first, or subchapter, right? Wow. Subsection, rather. Do you have the
No,
latest? Version 3.
What version is this? No, I have one from 420. That's the one that I just got from the pin.
No, I think there's one that I put on the 28th, maybe.
Okay, then I must be missing. Well, it says version 3. Yeah, that's the one I'm downloading, but somehow that's not the one I'm getting because the one I'm getting says it was updated 420. It was uploaded 428, but updated on 420. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I must have the wrong document.
It's okay. I'll share you the copy I have in Telegram.
Okay. Okay.
And so that
Thank
you
you.
know, this is a static number that changes only when you level, and it's going to be
Right.
8 plus 3 times your level. So in this case, it'll be 8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay.
That is your
Mana
daily mana
is-
pool. And you have to have 6 hours of sleep, uninterrupted sleep.
8 plus Int bonus times 3.
No, it's
Yeah.
5 plus your int bonus plus 3 times your level.
5 plus int bonus plus. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm
It's not a problem.
plus level times 3. All right. So 8 plus 6 makes sense.
And then you just
15.
pick up 3 per level.
Yeah. Okay. So
Can I just ask one question about my equipment? Because there would have been something else I would have bought back in the keep, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time.
Yep.
I would have been buying some paper, quill, and some ink. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fairly common.
Because
Not something.
it's stuff that I wanted, but I wasn't really thinking of while we were dealing with all the dialogue and everything there.
Yeah, no problem.
yeah, I'm kicking myself for not remembering to mention that I wanted to go looking for some more magic items because I really want some magic armor.
Well, something to think about and plan for next time.
Gonna have to go looking for it.
Well, since we're here and talking about what went on in the keep, let's revisit real quickly, Jen, the stuff that you believe you left at the keep in a private vault,
Yeah.
and the stuff that you say you would have sold. So, for items that I show that are not, I know you said you put the strange devices, strange neck
The strange
devices in your vault.
devices and the ruby scepter were the only two things I wanted to put in the vault. Or the only two sets of things, I should say.
Okay. Scepter, ruby encrusted scepter. Okay, but you have it in your inventory.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to put that in the vault. I think I put it in my notes and I just forgot to delete it from my inventory. Because if you look at my treasury notes,
Treasury
does that make sense?
notes.
So if you go down to where my bank is, I put notes in the box.
Where your bank is.
Yeah, on inventory down at the bottom right, there's bank. There's your
I got
money.
it. Yes, treasure. You're just. Yep. I understand you now.
Okay. Yeah. Does that make sense how I did that?
Well, except that. Okay, so you put 1,700 gold in the bank and 19 platinum,
Right.
and you put the collar, the 4 neck devices, and the scepter,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yes, that
everything
was my
else.
intent.
So the strange neck device is gone. Collar is gone. So there were daggers, flint and steel, and laminar leather. You're saying you sold those for
That would
cash?
be that was my intent. Yes.
Okay. You won't get anything for the flint and steel.
Okay.
You'll get half normal price for those daggers,
Okay.
and 3/4 price for that leather.
Okay. I'll have to look those up in a bit.
Yep.
But if I don't hurry up and get dinner started, we're going to be eating at 7:00.
Yep, that's fine. We'll leave it there.
All right. Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, so
Okay.
we're good. So you got
Bye.
what you want in the bank. Everything else was sold.
Thank you.
You're gonna level, but no new spells.
Right.
Vartan is gonna level, and I owe him some rune descriptions for the next week.
Right.
And there we
Okay.
go.
Thank you.
Yep. See you guys.
Okay. See ya.
Cheers. Bye.